No, that'll be out next week. So
Okay.
no.
Did he mention how many times a week he deadlifts?
I can't remember if he did or
Because
not.
he's around 900 or so. He's
Yeah, over 900 now.
900-pound deadlift, right?
Yeah, so I imagine he's, if I had to guess, he's doing it more than once a week.
I would imagine he's
obviously.
probably putting at least 3 days of work in
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, because it's a skill, like jiu-jitsu. You want to get better at it,
Of
you
course.
got to do it, do it,
Yeah.
do it. So, speaking of, you trained jiu-jitsu, now you've done it in Illinois, you've done it in Florida, you've done it in California.
Yes.
What are the different, what is the culture difference there versus here versus California? I mean,
So, I was a heavy equipment operator in electrical union, worked for the power company. Me and you actually
yeah,
worked in
yeah.
the same union way
196,
back in the day of Local 196, so we
Yeah.
kind of all got our start there. I became a directional drill foreman,
Mhm.
just putting power underground. So that took me to California outside San Francisco, and I trained at Crowsley Gracie's Academy
Mhm.
in Brentwood, California. And the thing that is different about California to the Midwest is all of the guys out there are just so much smaller.
Yeah.
And everybody does other things to assist their jiu-jitsu. They're all working on, like, they have cardio programs, they're all dieting.
Yoga.
A lot of competitors, yoga, just it's a very active lifestyle out there. It's a beautiful state. It's
Yeah.
just, I just don't mesh well there.
Yeah, it's not for you. I've had a few people say that.
I know Mark had talked about it, and
Yeah.
I feel similarly. I think it's
Yeah.
just a different culture. If you're born there, it's probably really
Yeah.
nice, and people accept you and let you slide in.
It's nice to visit.
It's nice to visit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lived there for a year and a half. It wasn't for me.
I feel like a lot of people that train jiu-jitsu out west, most of them are competitors, and it's like their life. Like everything they do.
Yes, most of the schools. So, and that's the big thing. Like my home base in Florida, everything is based off of self-defense,
Mhm.
grappling, and ability. Like I submit black belts on a regular basis in other places.
Yep.
Brown belts, all of that stuff. And I started doing that at blue belt.
Yeah.
Okay. But
They're-
the only
they're
reason
more-
I'm not a brown belt or a black belt is because of just the time I've taken away from actually practicing with self-defense.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that there is a lot involved in that. There are so many techniques that you have, and it's not like, oh, let me try that again if you're testing for your next belt.
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna go, oh, you made a mistake? Okay, we'll try again in 6 months.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Yeah, because a lot of schools are focusing on the tournament aspect of it,
Yeah.
and then it's like, okay, get them down, now hold them for your points, hold for this point, this and that. And that's cool if you're an athlete and
Sure.
you want to do it for the sport. I'm not hating on that. I think that's awesome because it's great that it's starting to build a following and people are
Yeah.
recognizing it. But in a real life situation, it's good to focus on the self-defense side.
yes, so, yeah, I have no issue with being a competitive school that just works on competition. It's just kind of like joining a pool league or a baseball team. You're just playing a sport.
Yep.
And that's what it is when you're working at a competition school. You can be really awesome at jiu-jitsu, but then it's probably not gonna, let's say you take a fight in MMA, it's not gonna translate well.
No.
Most likely. You're not gonna berimbolo a lot of dudes in a
You're
cage.
gonna pull guard and
Yeah.
get your face pounded.
Yeah. So, and I'm not saying that you can't come from a sports school and do well. I don't have a strong opinion. Just my background has been self-defense.
Mhm.
And I didn't see that a lot out west.
Yeah.
Very competition-based, a lot of very, physically fit, a lot of lean guys, a lot of competitors,
Yeah.
Very active lifestyle. And then Florida, it's just kind of like, it's a melting pot.
Mhm.
Because a lot of people wind up there because they want to live by the ocean.
They want to retire.
They want to, get old, retire. But you got a huge mix of different people, and I think it's a really special and cool place because you have a lot of really cool people who are like unhappy in some other place, whether it be New York, the Midwest,
Yeah.
wherever, and they go,
The far
I'm gonna go
west.
down here and live by the beach, and this is my dream. So now you got all these people that come together and they're kind of living their dream together.
They're all happy, right?
So you meet these people, like, you have awesome conversations all the time with great people. And I have to say, like, every person that I've ever, come across in jiu-jitsu that I've met in Florida, I've liked a lot.
Oops.
We went down!
Bam!
Uh-oh.
No, we're good.
Got some phones down.
You had a
Sorry,
phone
people.
drop. Sorry. So the people you met in Florida.
Yeah, so just close-knit people, made really great friends there. my instructor, all the people that are from there have kind of been in the area. You know, he spent half of his time in Hawaii with his father, and then half the time in Florida with his mother, kind of back and forth his whole life. So he's got a very laid back, almost island style personality. And just kind of introduced me to a lot of people, really took me in. He was like one of my first really good friends, you know, down there. So yeah, just very laid back, way more chill atmosphere. I really like the people there, better than most of the people that I met in California. You know, I'll meet people pretty quickly that come to our academy, and then we're watching fights together like the next week and having a cookout.
Yeah.
You know, I lived in California for 18 months. I was never invited to anything by anybody.
Yeah.
At the academy, you know what I mean?
That says something right there about.
You know, and I was just like, I had plenty of situations where like these guys, and the thing that I've noticed too about traveling out west, you know, every time I rolled with somebody, it was like they were trying to roll to the death.
Sure. Yeah,
You
it
know,
wasn't nothing slow roll.
I put the same guy to sleep 2 times in a row, just because he was like, no, I made a mistake. No, you shouldn't have got that.
Yeah, it
And
wouldn't
then
tap
you
you,
know,
right?
no, he wouldn't tap, so I put this guy out twice in a
Yeah.
row. He was a purple belt as well, and I was like, dude, this is not how I do things, man. I'm not gonna, you know, I think you're already kind of confused from going to sleep multiple times. I don't think you're gonna fare any better the 3rd time. I was like, I'm leaving, dude.
Yeah,
You're not gonna keep putting you to sleep, dude. I don't want you to have any kind of brain damage because of this.
You're
Going to sleep
right.
every once in a while isn't a big deal, but if you're gonna do it 3 or 4 times in a row,
I don't see that being good.
I don't think it's the best option. So I ran into that mentality a lot. I'm not saying there wasn't some good people, but nobody really you know, there was no olive branch. Like when you're new and you come to our academy in Florida, you're gonna get welcomed. We'll probably invite you to lunch that day. And we'll say, hey, you know, we got fights this weekend. Do you want to come?
Yeah.
So that's the difference between like Florida and California. Here's Midwest people, good people. These are people I grew up with.
Yeah.
You know, core combat sports. It's like home base for me when I come here. I train there. Every time I visit, we're going to do a big open mat tonight, which you'll be attending.
Yep, I'll be
So
there.
that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I think I'm just a California hater. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, so pretty much like Midwest to Florida, the people are similar, right? I mean, and it seems like the jiu-jitsu is still pretty well self-defense oriented there, right? At core, I mean, obviously they're people that compete, but I think
They still have a base, you know, there's
Yeah.
still that essence of
Yeah.
self-defense. And I think that, I mean, if you're going to consider yourself Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, which that's where their lineage comes from, you know, you basically have
Pedro Sauer.
You have Pedro Sauer, who was under Hickson,
Mhm.
who was over Jeff, who was over Tommy. So, I mean,
Yeah.
it all comes down from the family.
Yep.
So, and it's like, you know, those guys need to know that self-defense, you know, and they need to teach it. And I think it's important, you know what I mean, to be Gracie Jiu-Jitsu,
Yeah.
you know. And, I mean, Healy would always say, if you don't know self-defense, you don't know Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
You know, you're not, I mean, you could be beating everybody at black belt at the Worlds, but if you didn't know self-defense, he wouldn't give you a blue belt.
Right.
I mean, they didn't care. You had to know this stuff, and it was important to them.
Yep.
So, just the styles are different. More competition based out west.
Yeah.
A lot of great competitors and a lot of, you know, everybody's in really good shape.
Yeah.
You know what? Even if they didn't compete, it was still like, oh, dude's got a 6-pack and he runs 5 miles a day.
Yeah,
and,
he's
you know,
super jacked.
he's in good shape. He'll roll all night. So it's like, you know, I had great rolls out there. Really competitive people. I was always one of the larger guys.
Sure.
So my game was, if you're too fast, I'm going to slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So.
Yeah, and they get frustrated, right? I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Feeling
talking
to
to,
it.
I went to a Friends Academy in Sanford, Florida last week, and I was talking to a kid who had a wrestling background. He weighs 275.
Oh, big boy.
Big guy. And it was funny because we started talking. Anybody I've ever rolled against, unless they're extremely close friends, like very rarely when you're a larger guy, you'll hear, man, you're good. You're going to hear, man, you're strong.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, you're so strong. Well, I mean, I might be strong. A lot of people say I'm really strong. I have some good lifts, but so I'm just strong. I'm just garbage, you know.
Yeah, your pressure's good. I know that, and your game's solid. I think you're good.
Yeah,
but
and
I mean,
that's the thing you hear hear that a lot. You know, it was funny. Me and him were talking.
You're so
about
strong.
it.
What do you weigh?
Yeah,
Right?
and I was like, oh, what do you weigh? You're so heavy. You're so strong.
Mhm.
And I told him, and he was like, I get really down, man. It gets me frustrated. And I just told him, I said, hey, just get used to it. Nobody's ever gonna give you the attention or the notoriety. You're always just gonna be big.
Yeah.
But guess what? You're still tapping them, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. I said, you win.
Yeah, you're gonna be big. You're gonna be strong, and they're gonna complain about something.
Exactly,
They're
yeah.
gonna hate.
Yeah, they're gonna find something that they're unhappy about because you beat them. It's not like, well, I mean, he just took my back and choked me, you know, and
Cause he's strong.
I just because he's strong.
Right.
Well, I mean, you didn't defend the collar grip.
Yeah.
He arm dragged you didn't defend that. And then you let him get your hooks and you didn't defend that. And then he choked you, which you didn't defend until the choke was in.
Yeah,
he's strong.
He's faster than you too. Weird, huh? So that it kind of helps me out with the what I was wondering about how the culture is down there. And the jiu-jitsu, you said, are similar between Florida and Rockford, but out west is whole nother.
Yes, I never, you know, I didn't, even though I was a member of that academy and I trained there for about a year, I never really felt welcome by a lot of the students. Crosley was great.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Crosley's a great instructor. He's got a great team of people. He runs a large academy, a very beautiful facility. But just the people didn't make me feel the most invited.
Yeah,
you know, the school, if you're from there, if you know you're in that area and you want to train, that's the place that I would go to. I mean, you have a grandson of Carlos from the Carlos side, very good black belt. You know, he fought in Japan. You know, he's not a joke. He's got some real stuff. He's a world champion. He's no joke.
Yeah.
He's a tough guy. He's fought in big organizations, so he's a great guy. He was a very nice son. He was one of the people that I enjoyed seeing there the most.
Yep. And that's the thing I want people to understand about jiu-jitsu is it's like a family, you know.
It truly is, yeah.
You join an academy, like those people got your back no matter what. You can call them, they'll hang out with you, or you're having some troubles at home or this or that, like they all stick together pretty tight.
Yeah, I think I was listening to one of your podcasts the other day, and you were talking about that, like, I don't have any of my closest friends nowadays that have all choked me.
Yeah,
you know,
right, or
that's what
punch you in the
I'm saying.
face
It's like,
or something, yeah.
Yeah, like we've sparred, we've hit each other, we've grappled, we've choked each other, you know. So yeah, I mean, the majority of my friends have all been on the mats, you know.
Yeah.
We've all spent a lot of time there just sweating, training, getting better.
Getting north-south on each other a little bit.
North-south, no gi.
No, no gi, free ball,
no
north
gi,
south.
no pants.
Yup.
What do you call that?
No worries. Yeah, that's good. No, yeah, I agree. That's a good time. North south.
Let's stay going.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Let's reel her back.
Reel back in.
So what's on the map for 2018 for you?
So in November, I started working with a guy named Jim Arthur. Our Jiu-Jitsu Academy in Florida is housed inside of his larger facility, which is called the Body Exchange Gym. His name is Jim Arthur. He's been involved with bodybuilding, powerlifting. He was a Blackwater guy. Did like high-profile security work in a lot of like third world countries, protecting people. Just an old, really tough, badass dude. He's 57 years old now.
Done it all.
Still jacked as shit. You know, he wants to, you know, he's letting his shoulder heal up and he wants to start powerlifting with me and just, he wants to get crazy. But he put me on a program for, you know, diet in November and started having me kind of change rep schemes and just working with me, just tweaking things. So since November, I'm down like 30 pounds.
Holy crap! Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And you feel good?
I feel really good.
It's not one of those like exhausted.
No, I feel really good. I'm at, you know, if work allows, I train jiu-jitsu and lift 5 to 6 times a week.
Nice.
So I try to get in quite a bit. You know, I get my meals in every 3 hours. You know, doing the chicken breast and the salmon.
Yeah.
And, you know, I do a little bit of brown rice, a sweet potato if I'm going to train.
Mm-hmm.
You know, egg whites in the morning, oatmeal. So
yeah, so you're
so I mean, the weight comes off. You're getting some carbs in.
Yeah, they're all healthy. They're all, you know, good.
Yeah, you're not like, well, I'm getting my carbs from French fries.
Yeah, or cookies or something.
Yeah, no,
sugar.
I had a couple brownies, you know.
Yeah,
getting carbs in. You know, choice carbs, quality carbs.
Yep, we're getting good
is
complex
key.
carbs.
And making sure you're getting some protein in.
Yep. So the goal for this year is to.
I want to get as lean as I possibly can.
Just get okay.
I've never been lean, you know.
6-pack?
Yeah, I've never had it.
Never had abs?
I mean, when I was like 5 or 6 years old, that was the last time I saw abs. I mean, I've been close plenty of times, like for a fight or something, but I was only close for like a day or two.
Sure,
it's
yeah.
like, well, let's put this 25 pounds back on as fast as we can.
You look like DC real quick.
Yeah, let me get my DC on. You know, got the keg going on.
Sure.
So just trying to get lean, get strong. I'd like my bench to improve and get into like the 4.5 range.
Yeah.
I'm sitting at about 405 right now.
That's good.
So I'd like to get it to 450-ish by end of the year. I think I can do it. Like just what I've seen, what I've progressed since like September till now. In that time frame, I do think that I could add another 45 pounds to it within a year. Maybe better, but that's I think a reasonable goal. Just to get there. Getting lean. all I've been doing is I just got to work a little more self-defense, and then I'll be testing for brown belt.
So get the brown belt this year too?
Yeah, so
Yep.
my instructor's told me for like the last 2 years that you're grappling at a black belt or brown belt level.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for this. We just, if to be right and do it the way that Hickson and Helson would want, you need to be, solid with the self-defense stuff.
Yep.
And if he wants anybody that's purple, brown under him that you can teach,
You need to be able to teach.
you need to be
yeah,
able to teach every one of these things
Mhm.
properly. And if Helson walked in and saw you teaching a class, he'd shake his head like, yes.
Good, yeah,
You know.
good.
Helson is a tough critic, and he cares. He truly cares about his father's jiu-jitsu.
Well, yeah, he cares about the sport. He doesn't
It's
water
very
water
pure.
down. Yeah.
And he'll tell you that our jiu-jitsu is close to the stream. It's pure.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Okay, so that's 2018. What about what's the future look like for you after this year? Beyond, like, are you plan on training pretty much till you're no longer physically
yes, I'm
capable?
going to train my entire life.
Yeah.
If there's anything that's been stable in my life over the last 8 or 9 years, jiu-jitsu has always been a staple. It's always been there. I mean, there's been times where I'd be hurt, where I'd take some time off. And I moved to California just financially, my wife was pregnant, so I took 7 months off. And for some people take 7 months off something, a lot of people don't come back.
Mm-hmm.
I was already a purple belt. I could have had the blue belt curse, purple belt curse.
Mm-hmm.
If I got this belt, I'm good. I'll
Yeah.
go back one day.
Sure.
But I didn't want to do that. I just waited until I was able to, and then boom, got back on the mats. So, yeah, consistently always training jiu-jitsu, trying to power lift, but not hurt myself to where I have those back injuries and all that stuff.
Sure.
But I want to try to become one of the physically strongest grapplers
Mm-hmm.
that there are. I don't see guys that jiu-jitsu that lift where I'm like, oh, that guy's extremely strong.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a very few guys. I've seen some guys that they're like bodybuilders and powerlifters, and they're like at a white belt level.
Yeah.
And they go to a class and they're like, oh, I'm a strong grappler. And I'm not saying they're not.
You're a strong dude that took a grappling class.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you get your purple or brown belt and you put some years in, and you have some real technique, then it's like, okay, I'll look at that guy. But I would like to be a high level, high belt,
Yeah.
and if one of the, if not the strongest physically, as far as lifting and just physically strong grapplers,
Mm-hmm.
that there are. So
That's it, man. That's the end goal right there.
yeah,
Just be jacked to the gills, strong.
as strong as I possibly can be.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm a big fan of what Mark Bell says.
Yeah.
He said, weakness is never a strength, and strength is never a weakness, and I love that saying.
Yeah. I don't think I heard that. That's good. I like it. Yeah, we can end on that, dude. We'll close it out. Weakness is never a strength. Unless you have anything you want to touch on before we get shutting it down.
No, I'm good, man.
Spilled some beans, so that's good. I mean, you let it all out. So, want anybody that wants to get a hold of Kenny or follow him, you can find him on Instagram at
Kenny Jits
so JITZ or TS.
Z.
Okay, so Kenny KENNY JITZ, and then it's just Kenny Lee on Facebook.
On
right?
Facebook, yeah. Anybody that's connected to you
Yeah.
or follows the Fit Farm thing, any of the stuff
Yep.
that's been liked on Facebook, you'll see that I've liked that stuff.
Yep.
I follow it on Instagram.
I'll have his name on the
So-
bio of the episode too.
Yeah.
So, sweet.
So I can be found there.
Yeah,
You can
man.
follow me if you like.
You can find him in the gym too.
You can find me in the
Get
gym.
wrapped up.
If you want to train while I'm in town, we're open mat tonight.
Yeah, buddy.
If you're visiting Florida and you need some mat space, we have open doors for any visitor that's part of the grappling world. Please feel free to hit me up, get on the mats with us, man. We'll have some fun.
All right, sweet. All right, thanks, dude, for coming out.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, sweet, dude. Yeah, that was like 40-something minutes. So,
Nice.
yeah, we killed it.
Didn't
yeah.
seem that long.
That was
No, it goes by fast. Yeah, over 40. Yeah, it goes by fast. Right? I was like, oh, we better end it. I'd like to keep it under an hour. I gotta put the intro in. In any episodes where I talk to anyone about grappling, I do the powertrain tape commercial too at the beginning. So like, let me get this.
Should have given me some power cream chip. I'd be like, I like to.
I got some if
train.
you